We are back for the next part of labeling the parts you're going to need to cut. And I don't know if I explained myself very well, but in order to cut these parts, you are going to need, well, preferably I would say a power saw, or if you have somewhat saw related to a miter saw with an arm and a base, that would be very nice because we are going to be doing some angle cuts. So think about that. But okay, let's get back to our labeling of these parts. Okay, so to start out for our second part of labeling, we're gonna do the 5.5 inches wide piece, the biggest piece, and we're gonna have two cuts labeled P, two labeled parts, and these will be at angles, but I will show you when the time comes what angles they will be at. Both of the P's will be 8.25 inches long. Again, 8.25 inches long. And after you are done labeling that, we will move on to E. See, there's the one. E is the biggest of them, of course, and it is going to be 16 inches long. 16 inches long. Okay, if you got that, now we're going to move on to our 2.5 wide piece of hardwood lumber, and we are going to have three cuts, so they're going to be labeled Q and R, and Q and R are going to be labeled, well, we're going to have two Qs. See, two Qs. The Qs are going to be 5.5 inches long. Both of them 5.5 inches long, so 11 inches total with them both combined. R, we're going to have one of those, is going to be 4 inches long. So added up, that is going to be 15 inches of cutting there into that piece of wood. Yes, 15 inches of cutting in that one. Now, if you're done with that, we're going to move on to our next piece, the 1.5 inch wide piece. As you can see, this one is going to be required a lot of cutting. Well, not a lot, but okay. So we're going to have, as you can see, yeah. Okay, to start us out, we're going to have B. The B is going to be, hold on a second. B. Okay, well, we'll move on to that. Okay, well, moving on to one of our square-ish pieces, we are going to have a lot of cuts. Well, no, not a lot. Okay, we are going to have two, and again, I'll say two cuts. We're going to have two W's and two K's. W and K's will be labeled W's and K's. Okay, well, W is going to be 1 5/8 of an inch long. Where is it? There, as you can see, 1 5/8 inch long. Two of those. Next, we're going to have two K's. They're going to be a bit longer than the other ones, of course. And K is going to be K. Come on. There's K. Excuse me for a second. Oh, and just to remind you, you should be using a straight measuring tool to line the parts up. But yes, I assume you would think of that. Okay, K. That is going to be 8 inches long. Each K cut, there's K. Okay, I know they're upside down. 8 inches long, so 16 inches in total combined with 2 Ks, so K is 8 inches long. Okay, our next piece, that is going to be a square dowel. Not dowel, but square. Where's it? Turn it around. There. Is we're going to have F, H, X, and X. And L all the way over there. Okay, to start out, you're going to do F. F. F is going to be 13 inches long. F. See? 13 inches long for F, and we are going to need 2 of those. I did not have the room to put them all on this one. Well, I did have a long enough piece, but I did put different pieces. So you don't have to put them on the same one. I put one F on here. You're going to need a second one, and I'll talk about that later. Next, you're going to need H. H is going to be 18 inches long. H. H. Next cut is going to be X. We're going to need 2 X's, as you can see, and they both are going to be 9 inches long. 9 inches long. Okay, moving on. L. The wonderful L. That is going to be L. L is going to be a bit long. It's going to be 23¼ inches long. 23¼ inches. Okay. Next piece is going to be, well, let's see. Next piece, or next